Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a nice long weekend. I just wanted to chime in regards to what's going on with this Kyrie trade that all Laker fans are waiting on. Should it happen, they're waiting on figuring out where Kevin Durant's going to go. There's an advantage for the Nets to package Kyrie and KD together in a trade, even if they're not going to the same place, because it can help maximize the return in terms of like how much salary they can bring back. It's stuff that has to do with the trade rules and stuff like that. What also may make this a more complex situation too as well is if they're possibly considering moving Ben Simmons because they want to bring a certain player back. So for the Nets, they want to make everything happen in one shot, like, or if they're separate smaller trades, it's going to all happen as soon as the KD, should KD get moved and all that sort of stuff gets announced. So that's what the holdup is in regards to everything, making sure that, the Nets want to make sure that they maximize your return. The other thing also is with a trade like this, one of the things that ends up being a big part of it is like the like the optics of it. So you'll hear like the Nets make a statement about moving KD and Kyrie and why they did it, and if they move anybody else, why they did it. So like they have to line all that stuff up in the messaging and stuff like that before they actually make execute the decision and stuff like that. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but I would say the most important part of all of this is KD finalizing what the return for KD and his destination and stuff like that is going to be. The other thing I would say is also this: if this stretches out a little bit longer, and this is probably for anybody who is a fan of a team that's going to get KD, and obviously Laker fans as it relates to Kyrie, there still is one more card that the Nets are going to pull that they can pull. I don't know if they'll do it, but they can pull it, and it's the same one that Raphael Stone over on the Houston Rockets pulled when James Harden had requested a trade a few months prior to their season actually starting. He kind of openly came, and I may be wrong. It may not have been Stone. It may have been somebody else. But if I remember correctly, somebody in their front office specifically said that they were comfortable with getting uncomfortable with what, as it related to James Harden's situation and just kind of whether they were going to move him or not and that sort of stuff. And one of the things that ended up happening was, Harden started speaking out about, the Rockets team and stuff like that. And then they quickly, very, very quickly moved him to the Nets. So that's still a card that the Nets can pull if they want a more competitive offer. So I wouldn't be surprised if you heard something like that come out of the Nets front office. They may turn around and say, hey, we're okay with going into the regular season or going into training camp with Kyrie and Kevin, and we can wait it out. Not a big deal. It doesn't matter to us. Like, they'll say that. And it would be a smart way of trying to use leverage to their advantage and stuff like that. But, we'll see how things go. But any reason, any stuff that may end up happening, any decisions that end up getting made, it's all going to be based on once they finalize what happens with KD's return, the return for KD for the Nets. So I would just sit tight and just wait on that and not spoil the rest of your days until it actually gets announced, if and when it gets announced. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good long weekend. And as always, I appreciate the support for Radio KBE. We're almost at 400 subscribers, and it's been really awesome. So I hope to see you guys in the videos, and I'll see you guys on the timeline. Have a great day.